So this is our new setup, and this was one of the oldest beds we had in here. I drained it out, and I added about 3 or 4 inches of potting soil in here. And I took the drain on this end and just dropped it off like there's nothing down there now. It's just a drain that drains out onto the ground. And I put just a little net pot over it to keep the big bulk of the soil from going down it. And this is kind of a bog setup. Like, this is what I was just trying for, a medium humidity, just a damp soil bog type thing, because it seems like a lot of these plants did really good in it. And what really drove me to it was, I was walking around in here yesterday, or not yesterday, but last week, and I saw this. Yeah, this on the ground right here. This is Ludwigia broadleaf growing on the ground. And then out here, where I was just throwing out extra plants, just dumping stuff out for mulch down here on one of my pots. Look at this. I mean, this thing literally dries out, on the top. It rained today, but that right there is Rotala indica, Rotala rotundifolia. So it's growing really well in just a moist, tub setup. So that tells me that they do really well just in these kind of no water situations. But it really just makes things a lot simpler on my end, because I don't have to fertilize this at all, because it's already got fertilized soil in it, and there's no significant amount of pooling water, so there's no algae to deal with. So all I really got to do is just make sure it stays moist and keep the bugs off of it, and I think we'll be okay. Some of this stuff is looking better than others. This is narrowleaf chainsword, and a lot of this stuff came from a much higher humidity environment, so it's having issues transitioning. Like, it's transitioning very hard. But I'm not doing a whole lot about it at this point. I may end up putting a cover over this so that they'll transition easier with more humidity. But for right now, I'm just letting them do what they're going to do and just seeing what happens. This narrow V stricta hygro is obviously done well, and this setup's been here for probably 4 or 5 days now, so it's doing okay so far. This is some more indica, some moneywort, some caroliniana, Ludwigia, which always does really good. I find this stuff sometimes way up off the banks of creeks and stuff, so it's not one that ever really has much issue. There's some bacopa over there. This actually got too much sun on it, I think, if you look at how some of the leaves are starting to yellow on some of this. So that's that. There's some giant hygro. So those are all looking good. I've still got this thing piped over here. So all I have to do is, like, whenever I see that it's a little bit damp or whatever, I just turn the trickle on and just let it flow through, and it'll just flow through all the way to the drain, and it'll soak in really good. And that's it. So yeah, it's a pretty cool setup. I just thought I'd share it with you guys, and I'll kind of keep you guys updated on how it progresses over time. I'm probably going to put a couple more things in here to kind of fill it out and just see how they do. But yeah, that's that, and that's that setup. There it is. Okay guys, thanks for watching.